Hi Cancer, welcome to your reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So firstly, I just did Capricorn's reading, and I had a feeling just to do Cancer's reading afterwards. Like I don't know why, but I really wanted to do Cancer's reading right after Capricorn's reading, and so I pulled out the cards, and it turned out quite a lot of the cards are really similar to Capricorn's reading. So you had the King of Swords, Two of Cups, King of Wands, um, Seven of Cups, Five of Swords. There was a Temperance, this Temperance, but it was really under the deck. But it did have a sort of appearance. And then what else was there? I think was there the King of Cups. I can't remember now. And then even in the deck, Seven of Wands, Queen of Pentacles at the top of the deck. Then Seven of Wands. That was also in Capricorn's reading. And the Hanged Man. I did mention the Hanged Man in Capricorn's reading. You have the Magician, but Capricorn didn't. Queen of Wands. I don't think Capricorn had that. Knight of Swords. I'm not sure. I think I might have seen it in Capricorn's reading, but it was really like it wasn't really in a prominent role. King of Wands, that was definitely in Capricorn's reading. That was in Capricorn's reading twice. King of Swords and King of Wands were in Capricorn's reading twice, along with the Two of Cups was there twice. And Ten of Pentacles was there as well, but not in a very prominent role. I'm just check one more just in case. Six of Cups. So also, or Six of Cups. I think I have another Six of Cups here. So you do have quite a lot of cards here because I was feeling quite a few different energies from these cards, and some cards just fell out. Like lots of them, like quite a few of them fell out. Some of them I was really drawn to them and I had to like pull them both out. Well, not pull them both out, but how do I put it? It's hard to explain. I have two ways of shuffling cards. Firstly, I let cards fall out. Secondly, I use my intuition to pick a card and I alternate between them. So, but it's not really, it's hard to explain. Anyways, what else was I going to say? So, I was firstly going to use the Witch's Tarot deck to do this reading, but I wasn't really feeling that deck's energy, so I stuck with the Light Seers card. But in the Witch's Tarot deck, even then, some cards came out for both Capricorn and Cancer. But either way, let me start. So, for the overall love energy of the year, you have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime, and you have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So, I was thinking that maybe because sometimes, like I did mention in my past readings, that when it comes to time and date, it doesn't always go the best with like divination and stuff like that, because there's lots of unknowns. Like we can know the contents, but not the full thing, especially when it comes to the whens. So I was doubting whether it was like in the correct order. I did do January, February, March, but I was wondering maybe like I don't know, for some reason the card I was feeling for January was actually gonna happen in March or something. Yeah. But now that I'm thinking about it, like because this like this is for different people. For some people, this may be the right order. For others of you, the order may be a bit different. And I say that because you have here like the Devil, Two of Cups, King of Wands, lots of romance here. Um Sorry, here and temptation. You do have Ace of Wands again, temptation here. And you also have headaches, um, indecision, another romance, and another romance. So I was wondering if maybe it goes more like start of romance and then someone making an offer, start of romance. Um, I forgot what I was thinking the order should be, but never doubt. So this for some of you may be the right order of how things happen. So King of Swords, that's remaining wise. Capricorn had this one for December. So it's like a continuation of Capricorn's reading, which is kind of interesting. And Capricorn also had the Page of Pentacles, I believe. Did they? Oh, no, I think it was just your reading. Because no, I kept seeing the Page of Pentacles when I was shuffling the card. That's why. You have the Queen of Swords as well. Queen of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Three of Cups. Um, Usually I do this last, but since I've already started, you have the Emperor, the Empress, the Hierophant, Knight of Pentacles, and one more. This came up in Capricorn's reading, and you have another Magician again. So I think manifestation is a big thing for you this year. You do have stay optimistic about your love life, and positive thinking of faith helps you I forgot what it was. But yeah, I think manifestation is a big thing for you this year. I'm not sure I'm going to put this back. I'm going to put it back with one hand. So if I do come back with this deck, just know that it's kind of out of order now because I'm putting it back with one hand. So then just take these back. Put that back there. So they have the Emperor and the Empress, which is really interesting. I know I'm supposed to be getting like more into the months, but there's a few other interesting like coincidences that happen in your reading, especially with Capricorn's reading, and the fact that I really felt like doing your reading after Capricorn's, which is weird. Maybe this is for some Capricorn people, this is a continuation of their reading. Maybe for some of you, there's a connection between your reading and Capricorn's reading, and this card is a Capricorn card as well. So maybe for some of you, this is a Capricorn person that this is regarding. Your overall card. So you have two cards of the year. So two cards that represent the whole year for you. You have Ace of Cups, romance. So you have two Ace of Cups. So that's the beginning of a new romance. It could also be childbirth. That's this really this emotional abundance where you're really feeling joy, kind of reborn, maybe even enlightened, serene, feeling at peace as well. Then you have the King of Cups, understanding your emotions, really knowing yourself, really knowing how to I guess handle yourself, like yourself emotions. So being able to not get too emotional, come out of your shell and really be out there and not be overwhelmed by how you feel, by your intuition, your emotions, and so forth. What was I going to say? So these two cards are the over energy of the year. You do have quite a few cups. So two Ace of Cups. I have Ace of Wands. So two beginnings. So there could be quite a few like love affairs going on for some of you. For others of you, this isn't so much like a love affair. By love affair, I just mean like romance going on with, because it does say stay optimistic. Some of you may be having like a few romances that look promising, but maybe don't end up the way you're hoping it would. But then at the end of the year, something again good happens. So you stay optimistic. For some of you, this is more about generally staying optimistic throughout the whole year. Because you will likely, for some of you, meet someone who really does cheer you up. You had the Emperor and the Empress, and I think I saw the King and Queen of, like, you have a king here or a queen here, and then the alternate card is still in the deck, but in like a good place in the deck, like at the top of the deck or at the bottom of the deck. I get the Queen of Cups here and the King of Cups there, or the two different decks. So I guess that doesn't really count. You have is that Queen of Swords and then the King of Swords. That's what I mean. So it's being wise, seeing. So I see this as looking towards the future, but not in a intuitive way. So looking towards the future in a statistical way. So looking at statistics, looking at what has happened before, and using that to analyze and base your decisions off of. So wiseness and the wise owl, and intelligence and independence, and speaking with this sort of genuine. I can't say the word. I'm like I'm seeing it as the way you speak, holding lots of information as well. For some of you, it could be about someone else's words carrying lots of information, and the start of this video is kind of long, so sorry about that. So I'm going to rush through this to make up for the slow start. So King of Swords, information, gathering information as well. Ace of Wands, kind of straightforward. New beginnings, especially new passionate beginnings. Seven of Cups, that is a tough. In other decks, it will be kind of different. With this deck, I do see this as having a tough choice to make, but relying on your intuition. A tough choice, which is more like a sort of lottery kind of choice, but not lottery, but like, for example, or who do you trust? Yeah, who do you trust? Or I don't know. Like basically just which one to pick. So a choice, multiple choice being made. Then you have the Queen of Cups. So this is January, February, March, April, May, June. This is July, August, September, October, November. No, September, October, November, December. So where was I? So Queen of Cups, again, understanding your emotions. That is still feeling other, because where the King of Cups is more laid back and not really into other people's business, the Queen of Cups does feel other people's, like she is sympathetic or rather empathetic, but she doesn't let her empathy for others take over herself. Then you have the star, so making a wish, again, manifesting. Could be specific to this month, so that's May. So maybe in May specifically, you'll be manifesting something that could likely come about. Although the passion is here, the passion doesn't have to be for a person, it could be for a thing, or a hobby. But strong passion there, and a new start to this strong passion. So it's a new strong passion. Or could be rekindled, a rekindled flame. So a strong wish being made, plans being made. So after making that wish, I see that as planning it. So now putting the work into it and just continuing. So if you've already been manifesting and such, continue doing that. Eight of Pentacles, continue doing what you've been doing already. Don't give up. Don't stop. And this is the romance of a lifetime. And you do have all these romance cards, and you have the King and Queen of the Emperor and Empress, two Ace of Cups, and kind of a connection to Capricorn's reading as well. Not too sure why. So this one's going to be a bit long because it's 3 cards for this month. Capricorn had this one, and this is a Capricorn card. So this is for July. Temptation, a connection, and I see this as lust as well. This can be lust, but also, what's the word? I guess passion, like being able to control how you feel, being able to control, not control, but that's more for Capricorn's reading. For your reading, I do see this more as lust, especially for these cards. This is more lust, lots of lust going on here. Lusting for someone, regardless of your own gender. And very tempting person as well with the devil. And then you have the Four of Cups and the Six of Cups for August. Four of Cups is ignoring, not seeing the full picture, not seeing, so I guess taking for granted what you have. When someone's offering you something, rejecting that thing. So maybe some of you will be rejecting someone or someone's offer, or a offer. Some of you may be simply sad, depressed, upset about something. So upset about that thing where you don't really look at the things you do have, so not looking at the bright side of the picture. So some of you may be ignoring that bright side, and it could be some sort of like, maybe like a breakup. And I say breakup because this cup sort of is like a rainbow, and there was a rainbow filled in these 2 cups. So it could be maybe a rainbow filled in a cup, then maybe the cups kind of got split and someone's trying to offer you that cup again. Could be something like that. Could be a different scenario. This is a general reading, and there are quite a lot of cards here as well. I just see this like, this is a very tempting person though, with like the King of Wands and the Devil. So then 6 of Cups is looking back at the past, reminiscing at the past, looking back at what you had before. So there's a lot of looking back. Maybe for some of you, you'll be looking back at the past and not really seeing what you already have. So maybe a past relationship, maybe comparing a past relationship to a current relationship or soon to be relationship. Either one of those. These 2 cards are together, these 3 are together. Then you have the Five of Swords and the Temperance. These are kind of opposites. Five of Swords, headaches, worrying too much, thinking too much, other clutter, too many people's advice in you, one ear in your ear, too many people's words in your ears, so many people's I guess complaints to think about, so many people's words to think about. And then the Temperance is peace, it's balance, it's self-awareness, it's ascension. So there is this clearance that will be needed. There is this sort of clearance that may be needed. These are quite like, it could be like one half of the month and the other half of the month, or it could simply be an advice for you, where this may be how you're feeling and this is the advice that you're being given to embody the temperance. So finding peace in when there's lots of noise, lots of sound. Which can be quite difficult for some people. Let me just show the whole card, because there is like a person behind. So that's why I mentioned other people's noise, other people's clutter, because there's a person behind and like all these birds flocking. I feel like there's something else I'm missing with these 2 cards together. But again, follow your own intuition throughout this reading as well. Sometimes your own intuition will tell you something that maybe, I don't know, I wasn't seeing in this I'm reading in this deck or in these cards. So again, there's this, from this sort of mental clutter, likely from other people, could be from yourself, a headache. I do see this as a headache, I don't know, other people, yourself, but this one's definitely from yourself. having a choice to make, whereas head splitting choice to make, a very difficult choice to make. It could be a choice between a past person and a future person or something like that. Past person, present person, or it could be unrelated to your romantic life. Although, remember, the overall energy of the year is the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups. So King of Cups especially, I'd say it applies to this card. So being open out there and not letting your emotions, other people's emotions, reach you. Whereas the Queen of Cups is really into the water. So yeah, two of swords, a difficult choice to make. Um, this is battle between your brain. So like your head saying, is your mind saying yes and your heart saying no. Your heart saying no, yes, and your head saying yes. What? Something like that. Yeah, where like one part of you saying yes, another part of you saying no, kind of like that. So a difficult choice to make in November, in October. Then in November, I feel like these two cards came together, but as I was preparing to record, I kind of split them up by accident. I'm not too sure, but either way, things are meant to happen as they happen. So I'm going to read them separately. Um, Knight of Cups. So that is a romantic offer. I don't really see this card in another way other than the romantic offer. With the horse and the flowers and stuff. Again, regardless of gender, this is just generally someone offering you romance. That's why I say I'm not sure if these cards are like the correct order. Maybe like I chose some cards thinking it would be for or some cards flew out and I thought it would be for, I don't know, March, but it's actually for February or something like that. So a romantic offer being made um in November. And you also have like the romance here as well. But then I mentioned like, anyways, so Ace of Cups here, that is again a new romance, could be new birth. This is specifically like someone entering your heart space, someone new entering your heart space because she's holding that heart. It could be a family member, maybe finally letting someone in from your family. This doesn't have to be a romantic card. It could be a new birth. So that could explain the why it's a new person or a new thing, because it's a new birth. So when it's a child, they weren't really in your life before. Or could it be romance? Because you do have Ace of Cups for the overall energy of your year, and this is for the end of the year. I'm gonna try and wrap this up now. Although there's quite a few things I still want to say. Um, some of you maybe do try and shuffle around, like choose the cards in a different order, because I do feel like for some of you the order is a bit different. For some of you, it could be that these cards aren't for you, but I know these cards are for you. So again, take what resonates. For some of you, the order is correct. This is how it is for you. But don't forget these two. This is a very lovely message. These two cards. The Optimist. Interesting. I put this card here or around here. I put this card. I didn't think about this, but I just put this card here, True Love, and I put this here. So it could be a breakup of some sorts from maybe here. Because I was seeing more lust with this one. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hopefully this resonated. You have this card. Oh, you have New Love after that, and at the bottom, trying to do this with one hand. Ooh, did it. Two cards from the bottom. Honeymoon, and it's safe for you to love. Open your... So let's on to your heart space. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hopefully this resonated. If you liked it, you can like, share, comment, or subscribe.